99.3 Nigeria.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and today being Wednesday is their Bunmi Day. A very quick announcement. I just got this from one of our people here. There's a gentleman called Philip Okon, and he's of average height, dark complexion, is 38 years, and he was last seen on Wednesday, and he was driving his keke on Ogudu Road, Ojota, and he has not been seen since then. So please, if you happen to know Mr. Philip Okon, please go to the nearest police station if you come across him. Missing. There seems to be a lot of that these days. All of us have to be very, very careful. Mm-hmm. Very, very careful. Daddy, good morning. Daddy, the matchmaker is here. It's his voice you're hearing. How is this business of matchmaking? Tell me.
Business is good.
I want to go. I want to be associates.
You're welcome anytime.
And saying the other day that it takes a lot of discipline also for you to it's a very tempting business. Everybody come to meet you for and say it's you that I want.
Well, I always say I'm married. Well,
they'll say that it's you. Has anybody come to meet you to say that okay, I know that you are friends of Jimi Disu, can you link me up with him?
They always say good things about you actually.
But link me up with anybody. Kofi. This will not concern you.
It's a paradox.
Anyway, that is here. That is the matchmaker is here. That is the matchmaker. And here comes Sheriff with his the Sheriff changes his cup of tea. He has one that is black. Today is white. He comes in peace. Okay, so let's get down to business because today promises to be interesting. I'm sure you know our lines. In case you've forgotten, 0201 2770993, and the female line is 0201 465 7190, and you can send your WhatsApp to 08095975 Today's one goes sweet, Odari. He goes sweet, die. Look at what is coming on today's dear Bunmi. Auntie Bunmi, this one sweet, die. I can't stay faithful to my wife anymore. I don't say. Why don't I want my wife anymore? Anyway, it's coming up again. This is Benga. Stephanie says he shows little remorse for his betrayal. I don't know what you want. What remorse you want? Maybe he don't beg you. Do you want him to hang himself to cut himself? This one says, Gladys says that I miss my ex. Can I tell him? And then this one says, my fiancé and my mom resent each other. And Adanze says, I can't stay faithful to my wife. Let's start with that one. Okay?
Okay.
I know you have zero tolerance for any form of infidelity. Is that principle of the job, or that's your person? That's you. You have zero tolerance.
My person, but also I feel that it's just not right.
So as it is, now you not get babe?
No, I get wife. I get wife and babe. Both. They're two in one now.
That's a very diplomatic question, because if you have a babe, if you say I get wife and
no,
babe,
my wife is my babe. That's what I'm saying.
Because she knows you left home this morning and you are going for the apple.
And she's listening.
And she's listening. My wife is my babe.
But for me to say it openly now, Abba, that's already shows that.
Waiting, any woman who follows you as a married man knows that you are married. So let's leave that one. Any woman who cannot come to your house, knock door, enter, hang out, he knows that you are married. We know these games now. Not that I do it.
She do it.
I don't do it. I'm.
You're a saint.
If I no longer have, I can't get value anymore. I no longer have the energy. We have left it for people around us. See, you get people around us can be doing something.
By your right.
Your hand, though.
But people are out of alarms. We are on YouTube and Facebook, so you might want to watch it. Just be like watching on television. So when I'm pointing my hand, and I want to alarm. Let's get down to business. I can't remember when I've had only one boyfriend. Kai. He says I can't stay faithful to my wife. And he says, I can't remember when I've had only one boyfriend. Isn't that odd? There's an
So-
error somewhere.
Yeah, maybe he meant.
I can't say faithful to my husband. That's the editor's mistake. Because it says that I can't remember when I've had only one boyfriend. I've always 2 times at times having 3 relationships at one go. The men do it all the time, and if my lovers don't know about each other, where is the harm? I've now met a very responsible man and we are talking marriage. I need to change my ways, but I have no clue as to how to stay faithful to just one man. Can you advise a Danzi who says that she cannot, there is no way she can stay faithful to one man? Sometimes she has 2, sometimes she even has 3. That is like having NEPA, then you have a diesel generator, and then you have an inverter. It's comparable to those 3 scenarios. Are you going to tell her to go to band A and stay with NEPA? Okay, so what do you tell such a person? She's willing, no? If she wasn't willing, she wouldn't have written there with me. She wants to stop, but how?
First of all, maybe she's in the wrong circle of friends, and maybe the kind of people she rolls with give her like bad advice and influence her badly. But I always say it's always a destruction waiting to happen. If you say you want to do that even when you're married, one day, your husband will find out, and that can lead to divorce. So why don't you just avoid it and maybe change the circle of friends you have? That would influence you positively.
Some women activists will say that if men are allowed to do it, why not women? And I say, well, if you want to press the self-destruct button, go ahead.
And have you noticed that this town is a small town?
Very small.
It's a very small town.
Before you carry one leg like this, they don't see you.
They'll say, I know this person. This person is my person's cousin. Or something.
Especially with the social media now.
Yes.
You have to be very, very careful. By the way, I hope you're watching young people out there. Be careful about who you date. We've got news recently that 2 guys went and butchered a lady. The lady was a girlfriend, and the guy and his friend butchered the lady and wanted to use her for money ritual. They actually butchered her. They didn't just kidnap her, they butchered her. And were selling her parts and used some of it. Horrible scenario. So everybody has to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. It's almost like advising people to just stay on their own for now. What we have. For me, I would advise before you go around with anybody, know a rich house, like they say in town. Make sure you know down to the roots. And that person, you can no longer even talk about the person having a responsible job, because we've gone to see the kind of stories we hear. The kind of stories we hear are frightening. Men who look so nice during the day, handsome, clean, and whatever, and become complete monsters at night. We hear all kinds of people that have all kinds of habits, and with the kind of cocktails that they drink. By the way, I'd also like to advise those of you who go to lounges to be wary of mixed drinks. Okay, these bartenders play all kinds of tricks. So there's this drink, when you look at it, the drink will be smoking. How would you put that kind of thing in your mouth? So you better be very, very careful. What we hear these days is completely different. Anyway, back to Adanze. So what would you advise her to do?
First, she should change the circle of friends she works with, and she should also work with people that would influence her positively. Because I always say that the kind of people that you move around with
sometimes influences you.
Like it influences you. You wouldn't even know until you start doing those things. You start mirroring.
Can she go for what do they call?
Counseling.
Counseling. Well, of course, you can go for
she
counseling.
can.
But can she also go for deliverance?
Maybe deliverance, maybe, but most importantly, counseling.
So she can go for the native deliverance. One Well,
it's more of counseling.
I've seen them treat people with mental challenges locally. You find a man taking them for a walk with a cane. Okay, so let's leave that one and let's go to why I don't want my wife anymore. You still want your wife, okay? Say hello to her. She's listening.
Hello, baby. How are you doing?
Tell her how you love her.
I love you, Toriton.
Tell her she's the only one.
You're the wind beneath my wings.
I didn't talk about wind.
Only one.
I said tell her she's the only one.
You're the only one.
You say it like there's a gun to your head.
No, she's the only one.
You see.
Although my wife gives me a lot of peace, but imagine I need two women at the same time. That's a lot of headache. Oh.
But that's God has been kind to you. Give you two. Two of your wife is good, isn't it? She's looking after you.
One is fine.
One is fine. Why do we sometimes think that women are trouble?
No, it's not trouble. It's not about trouble. It's just about...
Especially when they like you. Or when they love you.
Oh.
You know, they can fuss over you.
And they're more...
And
they're more expressive.
They say, I'm on a call. I'm talking to you. Oh, they give me no kids. But I think the average Nigerian man is not given to public affection. We like to keep it private. Mm-hmm. You don't want somebody, you don't want your wife to come in here now plant a kiss on your mind.
I don't think my wife even does. She's not.
Do you believe in this public engagement where you have a fiancé and you're in a restaurant and then you bring out a ring and kneel down and would you do a thing like that?
I think it's tradition. That's what I did it too. But I think if my wife and I
knelt down in
public.
I
did. But even though my wife and I knew we were going to get married, we were already planning for a wedding, but I had not yet formally proposed to her. But I just thought I needed to do it. I took her to a Chinese restaurant and I did that. And
in public?
Well, I won't say public.
I mean, in the restaurant?
Yeah, we had like a private section, and which I did. I invited our friends, I invited my friends, and I did that. But I just felt that was something that...
But you had agreed, Neil?
No, she knew that we're going to get married, because...
But she didn't know you were going to present it that way?
No, I don't think she knew. I just told her that...
It's a risk. Some women don't like it.
Well, I mean, I knew my wife...
I want to propose very soon, one of these days.
Okay, I'll come. I'll put it on Instagram Live, sir.
You can... Because I want you to teach me how to propose marriage. I've forgotten. I've forgotten. And Sheriff, have you coming?
No, me, Sheriff.
No. Jerry?
No, Sheriff.
How did you propose?
No, Sheriff.
You went to buy Bolly and
did your wife propose to you?
No, I did. I just said, babe, let's get married now.
Let's get married. Yes,
yeah.
The woman will be more than happy.
And I was okay, oh yeah, let's do it.
They can know.
And that was it.
Handsome man like Cherry, come out for money. I'm sorry if it's his country. I don't see what is the I'm sorry, we're only joking. Okay. I'm in my early 40s and I've been married for over 12 years. In the last 4 years, I've been with a lot of women and had relationships with quite a few. My wife is a wonderful woman, and a good mother to her 4 children. And although I care for her a great deal, I'm no longer in love with her. This is a midlife crisis. He thinks outside grass is greener. And says, our love life has been non-existent for a while now and was very irregular before then. She doesn't even make any move. The truth is that I no longer find her romantically appealing. We've discussed our problems but found no acceptable solutions. I'm racked with guilt as I fear I'm turning into some sort of pervert. I'm deeply unhappy in my marriage. From experience, when you're in your 40s, you suffer what we call a midlife crisis. You begin to ask yourself questions. Have I done the right thing? Some problems begin to emerge, health problems, challenges of scaling that ladder, even on your job. It's a challenge to be in your 40s, and so this kind of thing will occur. Your wife might be the first victim of such things. So what do you think? What do you advise you should do? I think counseling would work.
Counseling will work, but I think it happens to a lot of people. Some people always feel that there's always something better for them outside, which is always wrong.
Yes.
Because you have not put those ladies in that position where you are. The sacrifices your wife has made over the years, there's so many things. The highest expression of love is sacrifice, and that's what I tell people. So if you have that feeling, maybe you're having an affair with someone outside, man, do you think that if you put her in the house, do you think that you have
I don't know. I don't know. From what I'm told by people around me, but from what I'm told by those who are very close to me, that the outside.
I'm not close to you.
I didn't even point at you. I don't know, but they said the outside relationships they're usually sweeter, aren't they? I didn't mention you said it.
No, I just put on my mic. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, so that the outside relationships are usually and anything you do in secret is usually interesting. I mean, come on, that's something we must admit.
So he needs to seek counseling. He needs to understand, and he needs to go back. He needs to reflect on the past.
Should he have a discussion with his wife that, honey, you know,
what do we need to
I'm
do?
feeling this.
Yes, what do we need to do to recreate?
Spice
Spice it up. Create
The
that
funny thing
spark.
is that the woman might react wrongly. If it's some woman, after all these years, after that, you start to cry. So you might not need that drama.
I mean, well, those kind of conversations need to be had, or else you guys will just be neighbors.
Okay, should it be had? Should they call a national conference in the family to have that kind of discussion? You can have it on a one-on-one.
No, one-on-one. You don't need to involve external factors.
Okay, is it better done in daytime on a Saturday morning, or done late at night at 2 a.m.? They say, my dear, I want to talk to you.
No, I think daytime. It reminds me of my mom when I was young.
Okay, our phones have been ringing. We'd like to advise Benga on what to do. He says he doesn't feel like he wants his wife again. I believe that if he talks to her, I prefer for them to talk to themselves one-on-one than have a third party, because a third party can
I have a contrary view, Sha, but let's take this.
Well, let us hear your contrary view before we take that.
If he doesn't want his wife anymore, why force it?
Go
now. Why force it? I'm of that school of thought that me Kalao.
But I think, I mean, there's sometimes you need. I mean, have you tried different ways to make sure you both still can resolve this thing? Because you feel that you don't want your wife anymore doesn't mean that you can't resolve this issue that you have. Have you tried different means on how to resolve it? It's just like you just don't wake up one morning and say, I don't want my wife again. Right, let's go our separate ways.
When do you
because I have a chick outside.
Is it at night you're going to wake up?
So I'm even thinking that, I mean, I'm not even calling for divorce. I'm saying, well, let them separate for a while. Let's see if they will miss each other. Let's see if they will look for each other.
If you suggest that, you might be the one to be, because if you suggest that and it turns out later that you now want her back, she could be gone.
That's it.
This modern time.
And then that's it. She's gone. He's gone.
I don't know if you voted or Kalani woman. Or that. Let's pick a call. Hello.
Good morning.
Very quickly. Yes.
In these two scenarios,
yes,
the woman that said she can't remain faithful. This second one, this only tells you what happens or what this thing does to people when you go down with different kind of people, eating different food before you get married. It affects you in a way mentally. And that is why it's difficult to remain faithful, and that's why it's difficult, because you are expecting one man or one woman to come and fill the void of body count you can't even count. That is the problem. Let's call it spade and just pinpoint what is really wrong. Thank you.
Okay. 9:23. I think I can take. Meanwhile, I want to say happy birthday to Tony Majakudumi. Today's women, you can't ask for their ages. But today's Tony's. I think I will stop by there to eat our favorite jollof rice. Yes, hello, good morning. Go on now.
Go on, please.
Go on.
Okay. It's the person is no more there. I think we're almost due for a break.
Okay, we're due for a break. Okay, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Experience a new level of comfort in Emirates Business from Lagos with daily flights to Dubai and beyond from 1st October. Stretch out and relax in flatbed seats. Savor flavors from around the world with delicious fine dining and explore thousands of entertainment channels. In as much as your destination. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
DSTV is opening up all Premier League games, including Man City versus Arsenal, from the 21st to the 22nd September to all customers. All yours to enjoy. Reconnect today, starting from DSTV Yanga.
Where my Jackpot gang? You go like Jackpot go England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Abina, Wales. Swex International Limited go help you find work for UK, help you apply to universities for UK, even help you set up business for UK. Oh yeah, tell us which one you want. Swex International Limited go help you run them sharp. Carry your phone, make you call or WhatsApp 0814-593-0773. The number again now 0814-593-0773. You go first to send email go relocate to the UK at gmail.com.
You define better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both seem no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chabra out. In all day for bet baba. You feel we money, bet baba. Cash out today easy or bet baba. We get online games for you. You play all God all I want. Yeah, we get better bonus. And me no. Yeah, na bet baba day so. Cash out no sharp. No darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help throw your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Trader, are you ready for the flight? Yeah. Maximize your gains day or night. The platform, HFM is the name. Trading with us is a brand new game. Come on. Feel alone, execution slow. Switch to HFM, watch your success grow. Higher leverage, tighter spreads and swap free. Got your back in this financial fight. Trade forex, commodities, indices, shares and more. Just come and see HFM online trading. With us, deposit done in a dash. Our execution too fast. HFM stands apart from the rest. HFM stands apart from the rest.
Pico, HFM finito, HFM is ito, HFM national platform, online trading, forex trading, any trading, HFM no delay.
Join HFM today. Visit www.hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play or App Store. HFM, online trading at its finest.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop and easy to stop.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
It's time for back to school. Looking for a reliable pen? With Big Crystal Original, forget your worries. It flows smoothly over paper. No more running out of ink. Big Crystal Original is the pen that writes up to 3 kilometers for your notes, exams, and scribblings during class. Big Crystal Original, a pen you can rely on.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your #1 station for talk. Let's talk. I could tell you that Amstel Malta is made from premium quality ingredients, but you know this already. But what if I told you that Amstel Malta now has a new and improved taste? Want me to tell you what a cold glass of Amstel Malta now tastes like? Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta, be your best. I could tell you that Amstel Malta is made from premium quality ingredients, but you know this already. But what if I told you that Amstel Malta now has a new and improved taste? Want me to tell you what a cold glass of Amstel Malta now tastes like? Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta, be your best.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, so you're welcome to the second half of the program, and this is sponsored by Amstel Malta. Okay, and so we move on. I have Daddy in the house. Daddy, the matchmaker. Are you still in the business of matchmaking?
Of course.
Can people pay your fees these days?
It's gone up.
Daddy, let us subsidize it now.
I'm not Nigerian government. Even themselves, they don't subsidize it.
Okay, I want to. This is an innocent question. I'm not running a commercial for him. So to consult you now, if I need babe, I want somebody and I consult you, how much am I going to drop?
It's
Makalulu, just say
consultation is 50,000. Then the main service is 250,000.
But it's gone down now. How much was it
It's
before?
gone up. It was 100,000.
It was 100,000.
Like 150 before.
It's still cheap. I know
It's still cheap.
some people online that collect just about that amount.
Yes.
And the reason why I changed that was because I had a conversation with a matchmaker in America. He's a Nigerian. And he just started his business this year. And he charges about $3,000. And he hasn't even had 2 weddings. And I've done over 107 weddings. So I was just comparing the two. I was looking at, I've undervalued myself.
For that
over
to
the years.
50,000, they guarantee that a wife will enter my house.
Well, yeah, we have a good behavior, yeah.
Will you give me a discount from as man?
Okay, Jimmy, I'll give you 90%.
90%
discount.
I need to talk to you. It must happen this year. My fiancé and my mom resent each other. Wait a minute. Is there a limit to an age limit to the whatever?
Yes, we try as much as possible to put. Well, yes, there is.
What is the age limit?
I usually
for
don't.
the men.
There's always the age limit.
Why are you stammering?
There's no. I would say okay. Well, let me explain it.
What is the age limit?
For people that are over 40s, it takes longer for us to match
it
them.
could take longer, but is there an age limit? What I'm saying,
there's no age limit. Actually,
you know my age now. I'm asking. I'm asking a selfish question.
No, there's no age limit.
It's a very selfish question. No? Don't worry, I will use my Twitter handle. Once I say on Twitter that I want to marry you, I know Kelvin is there. There are so many people that. Even Pastor Ladipo will say, Jimmy, take this one. She's a good Christian. She will not do any this thing for you. Take, but you'll be praying every night. I say, okay. My fiancé and my mom resent each other. I'm 29 years old, a father to be, and really looking forward to the arrival of my first child. But my happiness is marred by the fact that there is a major storm brewing and I don't know how to get through it. The fact is, my mom and my fiancé can't stand the sight of each other. Keep them out of the sight of each other. Simple. My mom is the domineering type and my woman would not allow her stick her nose into how she runs the home. This hasn't gone down well with my mom, who thinks my fiancé is spoilt and snooty. She told me she would only see the baby when it's born without my fiancé even being in the room. My girl is threatened to finish with me if I let this happen. The feuding is threatening to ruin the whole event and is making me really, really depressed. I've tried to talk to my mom to explain how much all this is affecting me, but she just won't listen to any reason. So who should I try to make happy? My fiancé or my mom?
My fiancé.
Sheriff, uncle.
I'm torn.
Yeah, torn. No, I'm not torn. No. It's my fiance.
My fiance, because you started a new family now. Are you? I mean, it's not like you. I mean, as much as.
However, Sheriff has a point because fiance means that they have not tied the knot. Oh.
You get like she's just there. She's
But from what they just read now.
It was
what if she's the one with the issue?
Remember, it was
what
your
if it's
mom
just
who
one-sided?
carried you for 9 months.
Yes, but there needs to be
you.
But there needs to be boundaries. There needs to be boundaries. You need to set boundaries for yourself. Maybe he's a mommy's boy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he has some certain attachment to his mom. Even though
he describes his mom as a domineering type.
Yeah, so if she is a domineering type, you should be able to create boundaries and don't allow that affect your relationship with your fiancé.
This is what I believe. I believe that within the limits of decency, you should be loyal to your fiancé. Because the truth is, some mothers-in-law can be. Some women want to turn their sons into their husbands. Just like some men also want to turn their daughters into their wives. And I don't think that is acceptable. So I vote for the fiancé. You vote for the fiancé, but Sherry votes for
the mom.
For the mom. Okay, let's take our lines are open. You said you can't deny it.
I said I'm torn, which means that I've not made my decision.
What kind of a diplomatic answer is that? We do not ask whether you are torn, whether it's
and you know one thing about it, the woman would eventually come around. If you decide
the
mom will come around later. It happens so many times.
Some women are very stubborn; they won't come around.
They'll come,
especially if she doesn't have a husband. But we have a caller there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
This is Obole calling from.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, she will come around. And when you say the mother that fed you for how many years, Uncle Jimmy, emotional blackmail now. He has his own life to live.
Yeah,
it is. It's
he has his own life to live. Okay. And so pitching your tent against your mother and your fiance, pick your fiance.
You see that they've turned it into. It's not a competition between the two of them.
It is not. It's not. This one is just a no boundary thing. You understand? I need to move on. With time, she will come to roost.
Okay. But what you are told is that when women are younger, they speak the way this madam spoke.
No.
By the time they are getting older.
Can I add something again? I've seen instances where some men are in love with some certain women, but the parents always force them not to marry them.
No, that happens.
And then I'm going to marry someone else that the parents wanted them to marry. And they've been miserable for years now because they just wanted to marry the people that the parents wanted them to marry. And what I always tell them, I see your parents will be alive forever. You need to make your own decisions. You don't let your parents make decisions for you. And this is almost the same thing. When you're letting your mom to dictate how you run your family, not run your relationship, they're not going to be here forever. So why don't you take those decisions yourself and know the right things to do to have a good family?
Well, I've always believed in. Okay, so I have children, okay, and I've always let them do, because one thing we also don't realize is that we are all on the face of this earth together, but we're in different spheres of existence. You get what I'm saying? The kind of things that I had when we were growing up is different from now. And so you should let people make decisions by themselves, make their mistakes so they don't blame another person, just like you rightly said. So I think, do you think he should talk to his mom?
Yes, he should talk to his mom, sit his mom down, talk to her. And this is his life. This is his family. And she needs to start respecting his decisions, and hopefully something sinks in well.
Okay, there's Baba Ladujoye here, who I think wants to contribute. The line went off again. Baba Ladujoye, you can call my personal number if you want to contribute, and we'll take your contribution. Okay? Right. Do we take another call? Or move on? Let's move on to another one. Okay, so we've done I Can't Stay Faithful to My Wife. Why don't I want my wife anymore? My fiancé and my mom recently did that. Let's do this one. Stephanie says that a few months ago, I discovered my husband of 50 years was having a torrid affair with another woman. What is a torrid affair? Says that if I do hot very hot one.
Mm-hmm.
That one that makes the man leave home at 6:30 in the morning.
People don't know where you going. To Abuja for 2 days.
Wants to say, I go to Abuja for 2 days. We've been there. Oh my word on me. He go collapse me, you know. Hey, I laugh in Chinese. I only found out by accident when I came across photos of both of them naked on his mobile phone. Ari? And then he goes on to say that he swears they didn't have the thing and that their relationship is now over. Or they just met each other in the office and decided to strip naked and take photographs. Abi? Down. And he says that he wants me to put it out of my head and move on, but I can't. The trust between us is gone and I keep accusing him of cheating. He says if he's accused of it, he might as well do it. Yes. If you keep accusing him and this sounds very familiar from the reaction in the studio.
It's something he's been doing. What does it mean that he might as well do it?
He's been denying now. He's been denying. Checking it. He said, okay, 2 of you are naked in the photograph. He was in the office. They came to do medical examination for all of us. So they mistakenly put us together. I mean, can lie. Hey, Chideki. When they will blow the line like this. I think generally so let's read on. And she says, is this marriage worth saving? It is worth saving. The other guy you think you might meet when you leave your husband could be worse. I think the truth is this. I think that so let's do African men, but Nigerian men. I would say close to 80% have been unfaithful in their marriages at one point or the other.
Maybe more.
Maybe less.
I trust Sheriff more than I trust you. You look to me like a submarine. A submarine. You're a submarine. Let's be honest with ourselves. I think about 85% of Nigerian men, because for me sometimes the deed is done when you think about it. The physical manifestation is a different thing entirely. When you begin to look at somebody like in your office passing and you can't keep your eyes to yourself, or you meet somebody at the reception of a radio station and you can't keep your eyes to yourself, you are looking left, right, and center. It's done. Why are you looking at me with this? I didn't mention
it. Well, for me, I trust myself as a person.
Nobody.
I was single for like 2 years before I got married now. I didn't toast anybody. I was on my own. I was facing my work.
You were single for 2 years?
Yeah, I did. I was.
But you know what they tell us about prostate cancer now? You know why we advise about prostate cancer?
I mean, so it's, for me, it's, I just want to
my advice to this woman really is that once he has apologized, don't push him out. Oh, I've had many scenarios where the woman has become. That's why I like what Yeni Kuti said one time in an interview. Yeni said that I will not leave my husband because of infidelity. You understand? I will not leave. He has a problem, not me. You know, as long as he keeps within the boundaries. You have to be realistic. Once he has begged you, he heard now he's not threatening. If you do not stop accusing me, let me go and do it. So he wants to legitimize what he is doing, and so Stephanie is very angry that he's showing very little remorse. I wonder what our listeners think. You can call in to let's get your views. Sheriff, what do you think she should do? Do you agree with me that?
I think there's no more trust in the relationship.
Was there trust before?
I think so. That's why she's distraught.
Can you tell me, Sheriff, that there is any grown adult in the world of today that trusts his spouse or partner 100%?
Oh yes,
me too.
They are. Name one.
What do you mean?
No, because I don't know anything.
I don't.
I'm here now. Okay, Jimmy.
Name one. Don't name yourself. Name one. Let's pick that call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Uncle JD.
Morning. Let me ask you the question. Is there anybody that you know that trusts his partner 100%?
No.
So
none.
I hope your partner is not listening, because they are not saying that you do not trust your partner.
Uncle JD. My advice for that person, you should weigh his options. You should weigh the advantage and the disadvantage. Because why did I say so? If you allow the man to go, he's the one that will suffer if he's not financially buoyant enough.
Well, you cannot say, these things work. They could work either way. It's not just about money. You can't say. No. Nobody can say for sure.
I think that you first of all weigh first now.
No, the man
is still producing.
The man doesn't. The man that is noted. I know that one. We are still producing. The man, I'm not producing, but we are still producing. The man has been caught, and you can see he wants to bluff his way through. I wonder what this woman wants. Does he want him to confess? Do men confess such things, Daddy?
They do.
If your wife catches you, you confess.
When she's seen pictures of him, with naked pictures.
That one can be explained. The
Photoshop.
Things was Photoshop. It was AI. Do men confess?
Of course they do.
Is it nice to confess?
It is. It's nice to confess. At least you're starting from ground zero and you're trying to, build that trust again.
From your because women. Women. The day you are late, there's traffic. Say Otuti bere. Otuti bere. You started again. Women will kill you if you confess. So it's better sometimes to be permanently on denial. I know a man who had a second family outside. Until he died, he was denying to his wife that I did not tell you that. Because again, there's part of our culture that dictates that you shouldn't say yes. That if you say yes to, if you confess, it means you don't respect the woman. No. There's part of our culture that says that.
Well,
even when there are children involved, why are you stammering?
Because I would say because our culture says that doesn't mean that it's actually right.
I was not talking about right. I said there is a part of our culture. I'm not judging now, but I'm just saying it as it is. That there is part of our culture that says that Yoruba culture. I don't know about other cultures. That's from Lagos all the way to Kwara. It's part of our culture. That Abi said
yes.
To Kwara.
Yes.
That from Lagos to Kwara. It's part of our culture that when things like this happen, you just deny to the very last. It is seen as respecting the woman. Traditionally, a woman will tell you that since he has not told me, what he's going to tell me that I believe. Because they believe at that level is that if you tell her, if you confess, it means you are damning her and you are telling her to do her worst. And this man is very close to it.
Well, it depends on the tone. It depends on how you tell your partner.
But you want him to confess.
Like if you raise your voice and tell her, yes, I have, it'll be very disrespectful. But if
so can you tell me a scenario of how you can tell her gently? I
want to sit you down. I want to sit you down. I made a mistake. It's something I just feel I should.
I was under the influence.
Yes, whatever.
That piece of land that I said I wanted to buy, it was those who also want access to the land that put this juju on me that made me do it. God had seen me. I've never been like that before. Is that what you want him to say?
Well, it's just a tone. It's a tone in which it tells his wife.
My tone can be softer. All of us know how to. Actually happen. He be saying, "Hey, me I can't hear."
But also, you need to also understand who your wife is, her temperament, and
The truth of the matter is, try hard not to do it.
Do you want to live with that secret for the rest of your life?
No, I said try hard not to do it.
Not to tell your
wife. Not to get involved with the third party.
Oh, sure, definitely.
Okay, we now get to Gladys. What's the time now? 9:49. I have 10 more minutes. Good. 8 minutes. I will take one extra because I need to take back the one that I lost last week. I miss my ex. Gladys says that I recently made contact with an ex-boyfriend on Facebook. He was my first love. We were together for 4 years from the age of 17 to 21. those were the years when love can be very hot. Hell, when I think of when I was 17, Chineke, love was very hot. I had just finished my A levels. Okay? Until we had to go our separate ways to further our studies. I am now 36 and happily married with 4 lovely children. My ex also has a wife and a family. I often think about him, but not in a romantic way, but as a potential good friend who I miss having in my life. Hey, Preo, Mati Mosipo. Do you know those who say that? You know these are going people when they are driving the canoe and the canoe wants to take a corner and their wives are there with the child. They'll be telling you, Preo, that is, be careful. Don't let the child fall over. Preo, Mati Mosipo says you want to have him as a friend. Do you think it's okay for me? It is not okay to tell him this, or given her past, should I keep her thoughts to myself? I think she should wipe the thoughts out of her mind. What do you think?
I feel that she
cannot be ordinary friends. She
should not even be in constant contact with the person.
But she hasn't been in contact, but she's beginning to. She saw him on Facebook, and
she just stay away, stay clear. Because she's going to start opening some things emotions. You know, because sometimes when you reflect on your previous relationships, you now start thinking, oh, this guy did this.
I could have done this. Yes.
Then you now start sharing your.
I know women have an
stories.
Emotional attachment to their first love.
Yes, and when they start sharing their stories,
men don't think about first love, do they?
Maybe some do.
A lot of men can't remember their first love.
So maybe some do, yeah.
A lot of men can't remember. How can that be on my mind? I don't know of any man.
Everything. I mean, younger. Dating where you guys used to be nice. It used to be fun.
It was fun. My generation is slightly different from yours. When I was 17, with my own money, we used to go to clubs. We go to Beach Bar. We go to Fela's Shrine. You want to go to Hotspot, Bata, and all these things. As a young boy, with your own money, you go and buy clothes from Speedy.
I don't know what go
and buy records from Tower of Power. We had fun. Fun. 17, 18. By 2021, I know 1 or 2 people that were already pilots. They had gone to buy. There was this car that pilots bought. What car did that for Williams have then? I think it was a Datsun Z something with a long nose.
Life was. I'm sure
we were in university at this age, 21. Some of us had bought Kawasaki 1000 bike and everything.
There was no social media.
They go summer. There was no social media. Thank God. You could do what you like. So when I think back to those days, man, it's safer for you not to want to go back to those days. That's why it always pains me when I see what is happening to the youth of today. Because my parents watched us enjoy. And we are not rich at all. My parents were civil servants. We were not rich, living in a small bungalow in Yaba. But we rocked to Yaba. Don't try me this morning. You wanted to say something, Jerry? What? At 17, what were you doing at 17? Between 17 and 21?
I was hustling.
For me, I was 17. There's this girl I dated then. And,
you still like her?
We've all moved on.
This guy is an absolute Georgia sheriff.
I'm happily married.
That's why I called you.
Married.
That's why I called you.
We're all fine where we are.
But you didn't even allow him to tell the story. That would have underscored a lot.
That's why I called him a submarine. He moves underwater as you can say. Did you like her?
Back in the days, I used to write a lot of poetry, and I used to write poems.
You're a love letter person.
Yes, and we're in the same school. I used to write poetry. I'll give it to her, give her a book. She would read it.
In the Garden of Love, under the apple tree.
It was more deep, and so it was fun. There was no social media, no distractions then.
Yeah, there were no distractions. I'm beginning to think. I thought the other day that even politics that was played in my teenage days by the elder ones, it was only those who know that had anything to do with politics.
Mm-hmm.
Because this social media now makes everybody believe that they have something to say, but at that time it's only those who are involved, so it was more engaging and better structured.
Don't you think it has its pros and cons? So for his pros might be you can call out anybody that maybe mismanages money or something.
Well, I also think that the culture to show, because look, why do many people run after money today? It's to show off in the social media. Why do you find all these big boys? They want to come down with bouncers with the latest car. This is because so that it will be posted on the social media. Everybody now wants to show off, and it's become a mental thing.
It is.
Even our traditional rulers, all these things that are happening back in the day, who was there to see you? But everybody now wants. If only Mama could see me now, everybody needs to know that you have arrived. Go get dancing. Everybody needs to know the latest car, this and that and this.
And that's why we're very good. We're very good husbands because we like to just keep our lives private.
Please, talk for yourself. I'm not.
I'm not the whole world to see us. We're fine.
Yeah, it's submarine. I've come to that conclusion. Yeah, so. Can I take one more call, Sheriff?
Yes, we can.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You, I beg, please get off the phone because in your own case, you kept saying that you kept for over 1.5 years. You've been telling us about this mama coming from Ghana. She's going to follow me to my hometown. You even promised. Comrade Akman, who wanted to take me to yes.
Going to town is ruler because I cannot afford the fuel, and I've told her already.
You don't need fuel these days. Yeah. You don't need fuel. You can stroll down.
No. I can't meet up with that. I'm telling you, that is me. I don't give myself. I cannot fuel my gura to the village. So we end up here, and you will be the first person she will speak with when she comes.
That is, you've told me this 2 years ago. Yes.
You know something happened that last year.
Oh, another thing will happen this year. This year is almost.
Sick now. She was sick last year.
This year is all. She's well in Jesus' name. This year.
Don't worry, my brother. Odogu 1 and 2. Don't worry. It's coming. I'm telling you.
Okay. But all right. Let me take a last caller. Then we got to go. Hello. Good morning. Depends on one. Okay. Back again. Please note if you know anybody called Philip Ocon. If you know him, he's 38 years average height. His dark complexion. He's been missing since the afternoon of September 11. Now, there's a lot of that going on. And we can only pray that he is found. Even though these days the chances for all this is very slim. I think I should be going 9:57. So, Dare, it's nice having you. I'm glad to see that your business is thriving. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, but are you at work? I mean, are you still in the business?
Oh, I'm very much in the business. We're even expanding.
Do you do book me down? That is somebody who doesn't have 250. My first of all pay like 25%, and then do you do book me down? Do you spread payments? Can people, spread payments with or without interest?
Sure. Sure.
So you're very understanding.
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you need a consultant, please call me.
Oh, really?
Yes, we need a consultant. But I think I will also need your services very soon. Sherry, if you don't need his services. You're well spoken for and well occupied. All right, we got to go.
In different quarters.
Leave that one to me. You're a submarine. You're a submarine. This is where we're going to end the Daily Digest today. I'll be back again tomorrow on Thursday. On Friday, I have my good friend Funcho Ogundikwe, who was once a banker, a lawyer, a banker, a musician, and is now a farmer in Ilesha. And he says he's doing very, very well. I can't wait to hop on some kind of vehicle to go spend some time with him on his farm. So he'll be telling us his experience on Friday. We'd like to thank Amstel Malta for sponsoring this half of the program. And I still go to make do my promise that I'll have...
I could tell you that Amstel Malta is made from premium quality ingredients, but you know this already. But what if I told you that Amstel Malta now has a new and improved taste? Want me to tell you what a cold glass of Amstel Malta now tastes like? Don't just take my enjoyment for it. Get the improved Amstel Malta and taste it yourself. Amstel Malta.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.